Hi friends, this is Manish Pandey. Welcome back to UiPath Forms tutorial series. In this video, we will dive into a very exciting topic, conditional components in UiPath Forms. Have you ever wondered how to make your forms dynamic, where components appear or hide based on user actions? Well, that's exactly what we will learn today. So, let's get started. Let's start with a quick overview of what conditional components are. Conditional components allow you to display or hide elements in the form dynamically based on user inputs. For example, showing an approve button when an action is approved, or asking for remarks, the rejection remarks, when it is rejected. There are two ways to define these conditions: simple conditions and advanced conditions. In simple conditions, that is straightforward, where like only basic logic is sufficient. We have options to choose from the drop down. Advanced conditions is for complex logic that requires JavaScript and JSON logic. In this video, we will see examples of both these options. For this demonstration, we will use the existing invoice approval form where a manager reviews an invoice displayed in the form. There will be a drop down with two options: approve and reject. If the manager selects approve, the approve button will appear. If the manager selects reject, the reject button and a remarks text area will appear, so the manager can provide the rejection region. Sounds good. Let's build this step by step. We will take here one drop down list component, change the name to action, go to data. Here we will take two values, two options. First is for approve, second is for reject. And one more we can take here just to show select option. Select your action or select action. Let's take this top. Let's select here one default value, select action, which will show here. Go to field key, put here action drop down, save it. If manager selects approve, then only this approve button should show. If manager says reject, then this reject button should display, and along with that, one remarks option field should display here. For remarks, we'll take here one text area and we'll say remarks, if any. Save it. So approve button I want only show when action is approved, and reject button only should appear when action is reject. And then this remarks, this text area should also appear only if action is, the value is reject. It means the drop down value is reject. Let's build this here. Based on this value, I want to show this approve button. I want to hide or display this button based on this value. So I will click on this button itself, and then I will apply conditions on this button because I want to display this one. I want to display or hide. So I will click on this button, click on this edit, go to conditional, and you can see two options, advanced and simple. If you go to advanced, you can see we have JavaScript and JSON logic. So for now, I will show you simple, and then for reject, I will show you advanced logic. So in the simple, we have option, this component should display. This component should display. So I will say true. Yes, this should display when the form component, it means when the action drop down has the value what, when this drop down has value approve. So I want to display this approve button only when this approve option is selected in the drop down. Let's save it, and you can only verify this on runtime. Let's run this quickly so that we can see this. Maximize this. Now you can see here we are not getting approve button because this is not selected. Only we have select action. I don't want to show this reject and this as well, but I will show you later. Let's select approve, and you can see once you select approve from this drop down, you can see approve button is appeared. If I change it to reject, you can see that button is disabled. Now let's apply the same thing for remarks. So I'll go to invoice approval form and I will click on this remarks because I want to display or hide based on the user input. So I'll click on this. Now we'll go to conditional, go to simple, and I will say this component should display only when the form action drop down has value reject. Okay, save. Let's run that again. Now you can see here we are not getting approve and the remarks. If I'll click approve, then approve button will display. If I select reject, then the remarks will be appeared here. Now if I'll click on select action, then reject is still showing. Now I will show you this one using advanced condition using JavaScript. Okay, now I want to apply condition on reject button. So I'll click on this edit, go to conditional, and now I'll go to the advanced conditions. And now you can see here we have some variables used here: form, submission, data. You know how to use this data. We have already learned in our previous videos how we used data object. Okay, now here we have option JavaScript. Here we can write that, and here you can write for JSON logic. So I will show you how to write JavaScript in the advanced condition. Okay, so I will write here data dot, I want to access the data from the drop down. So drop down field key, that property name is action drop down. So if action drop down 3 times equals to, so if we are putting 3 times equal, it means this is equals to for JavaScript. Now I will write if this is equals to reject, if action drop down has value reject, then only this should appear. Now to appear this, I have to write here one thing. Let me show you here. So equals to, I need to write this way. You can see here you must assign the show variable a boolean result. So I need to write show variable here so that I can show this components based on this component's value. So data dot action drop down 3 times equals, and then in double quotes reject. Let's save this. So it says that if action drop down has value reject, then only this should display. Let's go to main and now run this. Now you can see here we are not getting any of the components here, like the buttons and text area. I will click on this drop down, select approve. Now once you select approve, we are getting option to approve this, and then manager can approve this. Now, if manager decides to reject that, then he needs to select the reject from action and then enter the remarks like this is rejected because of invoice amount greater than 1 lakh, right? So manager can put the remarks here and then click on reject. So this is rejected. You have now learned how to use conditional components in UiPath Forms with both simple and advanced conditions. I hope this example of an invoice approval process gave you a clear understanding of how to build dynamic forms. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, comment your thoughts or questions, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more UiPath tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy automating.